hello, and welcome to Crystal Clear Moments. It's Crystal Blackwell. So today we're going to do something different. I'm going to talk to you about my crystal clear moments, but we're going to call this crystal clear moments, but they're going to be tips. And I just, over the last month, have been some traveling. I went to go visit my family. I went to visit my mom on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I know it's belated, but to say that again, yay, Mom. And I saw my family, and I have a pretty sizable family. And I also went to go visit my husband's family. So I did some traveling. I went to go visit my sister in Los Angeles. So I spent a lot of time with family. So I'm calling May like my family month, spending time with them. But before I went, I paused and I asked myself, how do I want to show up? How do I want to show up for my family? And the two words that popped into my head was to be present and intentional. So when I heard that, I broke out into hives because that immediately made me feel like I had to put my phone down, just get off my laptop, focus, and not think about all the things that I do in my life, my business, my podcast, my family, all the things that we all do, right? We're busy. Everyone's busy, right? Everyone. So, but I really wanted to lean into intentional and being present because you hear it a lot and you hear people talk about doing it, but I really wanted to exercise it so I can speak for it and talk about it for myself. So on the plane ride, to visit my family, the whole time on the plane, I kept saying, you're going to be intentional, which really means being clear, focused, being, available, paying attention, and then being present really simply meant being in the moment. And I had a lot of really, really cool being present in the moments that I want to share with you. So first, I want to just be, again, transparent because that's who I am. I'm Crystal, so Crystal is transparent. I don't think I've done a good job, typically being intentional and being present. And I didn't like that. So I wanted to show up different. So immediately when I arrived, at my mom's house, I right away was present in her space. And what a beautiful space my mom has. I mean, first of all, it's very neat and tidy because she's a very neat and tidy lady. It's well decorated because she has style. And it's very comfortable and inviting, but also elegant, all mixed up. And it's very difficult to kind of pull that off, but she's been able to do that really well with her space. Flowers or plants, house plants are everywhere. So I kind of get the house plant thing from her because I have house plants everywhere in my home, which, always brings in the element of nature. And I was able to really sit there and look how beautiful she has really created this space for herself. And she looked beautiful. I mean, my mom was a senior. She's, in her 80s. She's going to be, I think mommy's going to be 87 this year? Yeah, 87 this year. And she is killing it. I mean, she looks healthy. Her eyes are bright. She had a big, wonderful smile. Her hair was shiny. She gave me a big, warm hug. I did too. It was just nice to be present in her space. I was in her world. In her world, her senior citizen, her world that she's created. And it was very nice, very calm, very peaceful. Even though there was noise around, it wasn't noisy. And right on her patio, because she has a beautiful patio that, looks out to this huge green. And my family's in the Midwest, so it's very green and lush. This beautiful green belt. There's geese that's just randomly, walking across. And it was nice to be just there and being present to enjoy it. So we chatted and we talked, and my husband was with us, and I got a chance to be present and watch them interact and watch how the three of us interact. And I really felt like I stepped into a space of being intentional and present. But I'll be honest, I really felt like it was a little work because, it is about slowing down, doubling back. And it is about you being there, of course, wanting to be there. So I'm going to assume that, if you're going to be there, you're going to want to. So that helps to have the desire. And looking for the moment, like anticipating great moments to be present in. So that was really great. So I kind of carried that throughout my visit with my family. So another piece of it is, my sister, I have an older sister, I have two sisters. I'm so blessed to have two sisters that just love me and pour into me. And, I'm the younger sister and they're my two big sisters. So I'm always super excited to be in their space because they always pour into me at some level. But this time I was around my sister and I really got to see the wisdom in her, and she's the older one. Her and I are good 10 years apart. And I got to sit and be intentional about asking questions and listening to, her answers in terms of what she's experienced. And that was really nice. To be present with her and to see her beautiful, she has salt and pepper hair and her salt shimmers and her pepper is like coal. And her skin is, let me tell you about her, my sister's India's skin. Her skin is like satin. I've nothing like it. It's beautiful. I think she still uses Vaseline on her face. I don't know, but her skin is beautiful. She's like the original organic nature girl. I always say, we think organic is modern, but she was rocking it in the 70s. Beautiful. But I got to be present with who she was and watching her with her children, her grandchildren. And actually, I think she has a great grandchild. So to watch my sister and be present with that was just so rewarding for me. I really felt like I was being taught to be or prepping me for what does it look like to be a grandmother or, hopefully if I'm blessed, a great grandmother. So that was really nice to grab, some of those morsels, those nuggets of being present. So I have those, to share with you. Also, when I go and I visit, we go visit my husband's family. And, we're present with his family and his cousins and, and then his aunt who is, she's older. And just to watch her interact with her adult kids and how they, just by their body language, how they just doted over her. Like you can tell she's a princess, well, a queen. And it wasn't like she was wearing her queendom like, I'm in charge, I run this and all that. She was sitting in it and I was present when her and I were talking, and she's talking about young people and she was sharing how young people, how we should, mentor and be there for them. And just, again, being present and being intentional, sitting there, looking at her and admiring, who she is and admiring how she's interacting with her kids and how excited they were to really see us. I really felt the love, and my husband and I both felt like they want us in their space. So again, being present and being intentional, I think it gives you like a 3D view of your space. If you want to lean in and get into a 3D view of your particular space, I would recommend really just trying to be more intentional and purpose driven, but also being present. So another moment of being present, I go back to my mom's house, stay there, go visit my husband's family, then we we drive back to my mom's house, and I'm alone. My husband goes home, I'm alone with my family by myself, enjoying my time with them. And I get an opportunity to spend time with my great niece. So I'm thinking she's my nephew's great. I think she's my great niece. Yeah. I don't want to put any more greats on it than I need. She's my great niece. What a cutie patootie. I could bite her face. She's so darn cute. She's so witty and smart and sharp. Let me tell you, these little kids nowadays, you need to be ready for them. It seriously does not, I mean, you just can't show up and just not be prepared and not be ready. They are coming. So anyways, she begged to spend the night. I kind of wanted her to spend the night with me at my mom. So we kind of hung out together. We slept together. We were girls. And she's girly, and I'm girly. So we did a lot of girly stuff, which I don't have girls. I have a daughter-in-law who's my daughter, but I don't have little girlies around me. So I love when I get a chance to be girly with a little child. So, but also little kids allow you to quickly be in the moment, quickly be intentional and present. They almost demand it. If you want to be engaging and if you want them to connect with you, you almost have to go there. And I was so willing, and I'm always usually willing, but I took it deeper this time. I wanted her to think that I only saw her in the universe. I think I did a good job at accomplishing that because she keeps calling me, FaceTiming me and reaching out, and I love that. But her and I went for a walk, in the neighborhood, and my mom's neighborhood is beautiful. It's lots of trees and, as I said before, it's green and the homes are beautiful. It's just a beautiful neighborhood. It's a walking neighborhood. So, we went for a walk. I mean, we went for a long walk. She went for a power walk with me, and she was hanging pretty good. And the whole time we were present. We looked at, we stopped and we did some little exercises and we saw flowers that we picked, and she saw a ladybug and we looked at the ladybug, and the ladybug was orange and red, and we tried to count the dots. I think we counted like 7 and she counted like 9. I mean, we were really present. I was present with her. I felt her presence with me, and we talked and we shared and we held hands, and she had me skipping. Oh, yes, I was skipping. And it was just very nice, just to be. And the whole time I was saying to myself, stay present. Because you know what? Let me tell you, distractions are all around us. And even though I was really focusing on being present, like looking at the grass, noticing the flower bed and all the different colored flowers in the flower beds, and going by each home and recognizing what makes it unique and why. All of those little details that sometimes we can just blow off, it takes time to lean in that way because the world is going 100 miles an hour. We're in TikTok generation, TikTok speed, but it's time for us to go back slow to more of like television speed, where things are a little slower. And it was really nice. It was really nice. So that is my crystal clear moment tip that I want you to really take with you this summer. And really, as you spend time with picnics, and have you spend time with family functions, and as you spend time, hanging out with friends, with family reunions and different events. I mean, summertime is a time where people are spending a lot of time with their family and friends. I want to encourage you to just do 2 things. Be intentional, and also be present. Thank you.